name is Alycia Martinez. This is my associate, Taylor Marshall, and we are the Starbucks Savers. So our project was done over Starbucks. Just a little overview of how this presentation is going to go. We're going to talk about the purpose of our business proposal, and then we're going to present our secondary research, then our findings from that research, along with what we recommend, and then a quick review with questions at the very end.
Okay, so before I start talking about purpose, I just want to give a quick overview of Starbucks as a company. I have worked for Starbucks since June, and I recently quit, so I do know some insights, not good or bad, but just insights. So the main thing is that Starbucks prides themselves in sustainably raising their coffee, like the process, growing the beans, having a good relationship with the farmers, all of that kind of jazz. They're super environmentally cautious, and that's like one of the pillars of their company. So naturally, I eat a plant-based diet, so I noticed, and like also just anybody who goes to Starbucks notice an inconsistency with their food options as opposed to their drink options. So our purpose is that we want to address that, because without expanding their reach, their profits and reach could become stagnant if they don't like make those steps now. So yeah, so with the inconsistency comes the opportunity. So it's not really a negative, because it is an opportunity to open up the reach even more than they already have, which is already a lot, to those who eat a plant-based diet by offering more food options.
So our secondary research was mainly collected from an academic journal and multiple different business articles in journals such as Forbes. So the things that we decided to look into was, if we did open up this new market of people who enjoy a plant-based diet, is there actually a market? Are there going to be new customers that would participate and actually buy these products? And then we wanted to research more about this customer base, as well as if anybody else was noticing these trends and what they were doing about it. So we first looked at, there is definitely a rise for vegetarianism and veganism. There's also a thing called flexitarians, which we learned, and they are basically people who flip-flop between these diets. And it's on the rise, according to some of the business articles that we were reading. Also, the selling of plant-based food in the United States has increased 8.1%, which is slowly but surely like rising every year. So this was in 2018, and as you can see in this data, items have just been steadily increasing over the past 2 years. So the customer base and the market is there. So if we did decide to move forward of making it more plant-based items available to our customers, there would be people to buy them. And then we also looked into if anybody else was noticing this trend, because obviously it couldn't have just been us. So actually Nestle, which is the biggest food maker in the world, is adjusting to these trends and are wanting to get more into the plant-based food items. And if Nestle's doing it, then obviously it's a sure bet that if we invested as well, like more would follow. So it would be like a nice head start into this new potential market.
Okay, so just to review our findings, so as of a recent survey this year, 40% of the dairy and non-dairy drink options as a whole, 40% of it is actually plant-based drinks, so like non-dairy. So we just feel as if they're applying like their drinks to this, they're offering almond milk, soy milk, coconut milk, things like that, then they need to open up their food options to it as well. So in addition to that, a lot of these trends that we're seeing rising is coming from the generation that we are in, and then the ones under us, and the ones a little over us, but like this younger generation that's coming up. So as we continue to grow older, continue to start making more money, continue to keep consuming and being the ones who are contributing to these statistics, we're going to be the ones making the decision. So basically overall, our hypothesis was reasonable based on our findings that they need to start applying the same consistency to their food.
So our secondary research and our findings kind of concluded that, okay, there is a market, we should try to tap into this plant-based food items for Starbucks. So our recommendations are maybe at least 2 totally vegan options to start with. As you know, like any new initiative, it like takes some time to like get it going. So we thought it would be nice to start small and have like 2 options that are fully vegan. And one of them was from Natural Bakery, which is dairy-free, soy-free, like totally vegan bars. So they're quick grab and go. So it's not like a big commitment of like, ooh, if I don't like this, it's a lot of money. It's just a bar that most customers won't even think about grabbing until they know, and then it's like, oh, this is nice. And then also these little nut bags, so it's like quick and easy, and it's not regrettable if they don't enjoy it. So it just exposes a lot more people, not only to the vegetarians and vegans who might be looking for these options, but even like everyday people who just want more health conscious decisions. And then also another way to be like environmentally sustainable, to increase and be more consistent with their image and brand that they pride themselves on, is maybe they can get their produce. If you've ever walked in, you know that they sell oranges and like green apples sometimes. So if they went to locally sourced farms, they could support the local economy and also be just more environmentally conscious with less transportation fees. So it's like more profitable, as well. And it's just great to build up those nice like local connections. So it's not just, oh, it's just a chain. Like this would also be a good branding technique to get more exposure as like not just a big business who's out of touch, but like also supporting local farmers. And I even researched for here in Austin, like if that was possible, and I found a bunch of different farms that would supply those things, such as the Green Gate Farms and the Urban Root Farm, which is the brand up there. So it's like definitely viable to do this.
Okay, so just to conclude and summarize, we are recommending that they take 2 points away from us, so they need to expand their reach. So in order to, keep growing as a company and finding more and more customers that are on board with the Starbucks mission, they need to implement these things. And then in addition to that, this will lead to them increasing their profits, because not only are they expanding their reach, but they're also having more opportunities to make more money and more sales. So just by like having the little vegan options, the little plant-based things, little local produce here and there, they're building that accountability and trust with their customers, and this will lead to increased profits down the road.
Any questions?